Hello everyone, let's quickly look at how to achieve this pattern. So I've gotten our plain paper and I've drawn my straight line and also a line across the straight line. So with our compass, we are going to take a measurement of 3 centimeters. So open up your compass and take a measurement of 3.5 centimeters. Okay, so with these measurements we are going to draw a circle here. All right, so go ahead and draw your circle. So now our circle is drawn. We are going to reduce the inner part of this circle. Okay, so still with our measuring tape and our compass, we will take a measurement of 1.2 centimeter. If you want, you can reduce it to 1 centimeter or thereabout. So I'm going to use it and draw the smaller line. Okay, so it's already drawn here, and the next thing we are going to do is to extend our lasting allowance. Okay, here, so you can decide how bold you want this to be, but I want mine to just be small. So I measured 1.1 centimeter from the just one side of the pattern, as you can see. So measure it here and there, then we'll be using our ruler to connect it. Okay, so now we are going to connect this line with our ruler. Place it this way and run a straight line with your pencil. All right, so this is what we have so far. So the next thing we are going to do is to curve the side of it. Okay, so now we will curve this part just as now, because it's not going to be just as we draw it. We are going to curve it out this way. So this can be done freehandly, so I'm just going to use a freestyle to do this. Okay, so curve it and connect it to the straight line from the circle that we drew, just like this. Okay, so once you're comfortable with the curving, then we can go ahead and do the next. Okay, so I think I'm okay with the way it is. So let's take our measurements. Sorry, here is 1.2 centimeter. Okay, the bigger circle is 3.5 centimeter. Then the measurement from here to here is 1.1 centimeter, 1.2 centimeter, depending on how you want it to be. Okay, so that it will not be too large. So now this 1.1, this 3.5 centimeters, you can see written it. So this one 1.2. Okay, so we will go ahead and trim this into shape. So first thing we're going to do is to fold this into half. That is the essence of the lines that we drew, so that it will be easy for us to locate the centers. So now I'll fold it into equal parts. So we're going to trim only this place now. Just go ahead and trim it. So here I've trimmed it out, and this is what we have. So the next thing we are going to do is to fold it lengthwise this way. Okay, still following the line we draw at the beginning of the pattern. Gradually fold it, making sure that it's on the line. Okay, all right, so now this is what we have. So I'm going to quickly tape this thing down, because we're trying to get the other side of our pattern so that we don't make mistake. That is why we only trace one side and copy it out. So I'm going to use my masking tape to tape everything down so that it will sit pretty nice while I cut it out. Okay, so go ahead and do this, is very important. So after taping it, you can decide to trace it with pencil or just cut it out like I will do mine. Okay, trace it or you cut it out following the line. Okay, So now I've cut mine, and this is what we have. So I'm going to fold this again and cut off this center part of it, and our pattern will be ready. Okay, so this is the first set of our pattern is already in shape, so we'll move to the second part of it. So make sure that your lasting allowance is unequal. One side should be longer than the other. Okay, so now for the second part of it, we still need our plain paper and a straight line in the middle, just as we started with the first one. Okay, so let me make this line more visible so that we'll be seeing it very well. Okay, so now our line is visible. I'm going to draw a center line as well. So here is our center line, and we will start with the pattern drafting. So we'll take a measurement from the center to somewhere down. Here you can decide how lengthy you want it. I want mine to just be 1.5 centimeter. You can make it lesser than that. Okay, you can make it a bit more than that depending on what you want. So I'll just go ahead with 1.5 centimeter. Okay, so now with our compass, we're going to place the tip of our pencil at that mark we made. Place it and draw your circle. Now our circle is down, and we will reduce the smaller circle in the center. Okay, so everything is in place now, and we will continue the drafting. So from the tip of the bigger circle, take a measurement of 3 centimeter, which is here. Then from that 3 centimeter, go right by 2.5 centimeter. Then from here to here, 4 centimeter. Okay, so we are going to use our ruler and connect this line to the circle. And as you can see, the upper part of this pattern, the circle did not align very well to the center, so we are going to still reshape it. So go ahead and draw a straight line, okay, meeting the circle wherever it stops. Then this other side, you mark it to the tip of the circle. Okay, so now what we are going to do is to reshape this place so that it will fall back to circle form. Okay, so we'll freehand it and get the shape done. So now just use your pencil and gradually reduce this circle to fall back to the line that we drew now. Okay, it's not really difficult to achieve, so just go ahead gradually, don't be in a rush till it is okay by you.
Jesus, what's it in the code?
Okay guys, I'm comfortable with the way it is now, so we will take a measurement from the center side again. So now is to add width to it. So first thing we're going to do, this center circle of the first pattern, we will take the measurement to know the exact we are going to make our width from this other one. So whatever the center circle is what you are going to make here. Okay, so mine measures almost 2.5, so I'm going to divide that into 2 and use it to make mark by this place. Okay, so go ahead and do this. Then we will be using our ruler to connect it. Do it for the both sides, as the two sides are not of the same shape. Okay, so do it for the both side and use your ruler to connect the two dots we just made. Okay, so now this is what we have. We are still going to freehand and curve this to our circle. Okay, so just go ahead and use free hands and curve this way. Okay, so you do this for this other side. Okay, so now after doing this, we will need to cut it into shape. So just make sure that you are comfortable with the way the curving lies, so that the shape of the pattern will be beautiful. Okay, so now I think I'm okay with the way it is, and we will fold it into half like so to trim off. Okay, so now we will trim just each of it separately. Okay, so now let's go over the measurements again. This place to this is 1.5 centimeter, while this is 1.5 centimeter, and this bigger part is 3.5 centimeter. The bigger circle is 3.5 centimeter. Okay, so now here to here is 2.5 centimeter, here to here is 4 centimeter, and here to here is 3 centimeter. All right, so this is our measurement the way it is. So the next thing we are going to do before we cut out this way is to add the center part of it. Okay, so now we will measure the length from the circle side, from the smaller circle now. So whatever the width of the circle gives from the small to the larger part of it is when we are going to extend with. Okay, so that's from here to here. Whatever it gives you is what we're going to extend this strap with. So mine is 2 centimeter, so that's the measurement I'm going to use. Okay, so after taking these measurements, I'll use my ruler to connect it to the smaller part of the circle. All right, then the other side of it we do the same, 2 centimeter here, and we come down a bit, 2 centimeter. Okay, so using our ruler to connect, and you also notice that the smaller circle was chopped off small, which we, just as we adjusted the big one, we are still going to adjust it. Okay, so go ahead and rule your straight line, then adjust this part. Okay, so adjust this just to fall back into the small circle. So now we are done. Don't forget, this to this is 2 centimeter, 2 centimeter. So we just have to cut everything out. Okay, so first we are going to trim the center part of it, then the outer part of it. Go ahead and use a masking tape to hold this into place so that it will not shift while cutting. Okay, so that everything will lie pretty nice. Okay, so we will start with the center part of our pattern, then trim off the other side. Okay, so let me just quickly extend this here and also the smaller one. So go ahead, trim the center one, then you trim off the outer one. Okay, so here our second part of the pattern is ready. this is how it looks like. Okay, so let's try and fit it in and see how it goes. Just fold it, be careful not to spoil it, as this is just the pattern, the paper pattern, so that you don't spoil all the things you've tried to achieve. So this is what we have here. So now, as you can see, there is space in between. You can decide to close it up by adding more centimeter to your measurement, or just leave it like that. I left mine like this because I needed space. Okay, so go ahead and use your pattern to cut your leather and couple your footwear. It is as easy as this. Okay, so if you have any question concerning this, go ahead and drop it in the comment section and I'll be glad to answer. And remember that I said for this center part of it, you can still add some centimeter to close it up if you are not comfortable. Okay, just add about a millimeter or there about to the both side and increase it. Okay, so like what we have in total is 2 centimeter, so you can as well add it up a bit. So I'll go ahead and use it and couple your footwear. All right, so see you in my next class. Kindly subscribe, like, share for others to see and learn from us. Bye.